Alright everyone, we're back for more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. In my last play session, we discovered that Bruce Goodman was killed apparently in two different locations miles apart. So now we have to investigate to find out what the hell is going on. And we got into the second day of investigation, and we only got as far as the entrance to the evidence room, and whoever's on patrol here, gee, I wonder who it is not present at the moment, so we gotta, I guess we just gotta turn around, because we already examined everything in this room. So let's do that. Find out what the hell we're supposed to do. This place is charged with frantic energy as always. Please. Huh? Wasn't that?
One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you.
Detective Gumshoe.
Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland.
You're in the wrong place. Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking.
Now's no time for despair. We've caught our criminal. Now we just need evidence.
Criminal? You mean...
You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, right, pal?
On the same day that the detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department. And the perpetrator... Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact.
It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy.
But Detective Gumshoe, who was it?
Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch, pronto. Standing around here talking isn't going to fill my belly.
Wait, don't leave.
If you want to know more, head on down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later.
He ran off to the evidence room. Well, this investigation is off to a running start. I don't think there's anything more here we need to look at, but we'll look at the Blue Badger anyway. Blue Badger is still writhing around today. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's dancing. Speaking of dancing, the whole police department has been dancing around like crazy since yesterday. Can I take out his batteries? I just can't help but feel he's going to do something naughty. Okay, there's nothing else. How do we get to the detention center? Just let me go straight there. Jesus. Still, I do feel better about things. A little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. So, this should mean that your sister is off the hook? Maybe? Best not to go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing. Uh-oh. What was that? Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator? I'd say I was the perpetrated against, sir. That's what I'd say. Jeez, he's tall. He's off the top of the screen. Hi! Greetings, sir! Wait, I know who you are. Excuse me, what is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Officer Meekins. So you're a guard here at the detention center? No, sir. I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman, sir. Like a little lost lamb, sir. Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report. No, sir. How should I say this? Wait, he isn't. Is he? You, Officer Meekins, you didn't, did you? Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir. What? What? This guy's voice is gonna kill me. But that's too funny not to do that voice. Now, this is an unexpected turn of events. Already having to clear the throat after that. Sir, I'm a patrolman with General Affairs, sir. Sir! Ow, I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. I had some business that day, sir, and so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir. So normally, there's a guard at the evidence room. That's right, sir, because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Now, the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall, you don't say. Marshall? Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. A suspicious person, yow! What the heck is this guy doing? So what happened then? After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red. I blacked out. I was black and white and red all over. And when I came to, I was here in the detention center, sir. How long were you out? Days? Might I ask, what happened to your hand? Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir. A bandage on his hand? Just like Miss Sky. Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. Did that happen during the course of the crime? Well, you see, sir, don't you think you should just confess? But sir, but there was nothing I could do. Nothing you could do? Sir, to tell the truth, sir, when it happened, when the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. And the next thing you knew, you were, huh? Then when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir. All alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared. But what? Then when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hand, sir. Oh, the shock. Oh, the sorrow, sir. Can you imagine how I felt? The victim's body disappeared? That's some story. The victim. Oh, sorry, Phoenix. I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. If you have to label me as a perpetrator or victim, sir, then label me victim. I would, but you happen to be in detention, and alive and well at that. Well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger, sir, then a total stranger. Then I'd say he leans heavily in the If I had to label him a stranger or a total stranger, okay, I misread that last part. Then I'd say he leans heavily in the total stranger side. So you didn't know him? Sir, I work in a tiny department devoid of light and other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives. So if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir, none. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. At least someone around here is more confused than I am. Okay, let's show him some stuff. Well, that's as good as any. Do you think you could take a look at this? Hey! That's it, sir, that's it! That's it! Well, what's what? That's what? I had was a blank until this very moment. But, sir, now I remember. I remember, sir. You mean you remember what happened? Correct! That card was the cause of it all. This ID card? Exactly, sir. That's exactly it. Nothing could be more exact, sir. Nothing. I'd better pry into this one a little deeper. Can you tell me what it is you do remember? Well, sir, you might say I'm a lost little patrolman. A lost little lamb, if you will. I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman, who was in the evidence room. And that's... oh, and that's why you thought he looked suspicious? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID card. Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far. That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. Well, what? Sir, I assure you I was as flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and leapt at him. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him. Do unto others before they do unto you, sir. My own father's words, sir. What happened then? Oh my god, this guy's voice. Well, my eyes, sir, everything went white. When I awoke, I was here. Right. So, Officer Meekins, why was it that they arrested you? What do you mean, Emma? Let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman. And the victim... had a burp there. And the victim whom he met at the scene of the crime didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines. Huh? But you still ended up here? They told me that it had to be him, sir. On that day, at that time. Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said. But you don't remember the events clearly? No, but the videotape is quite clear. Huh? Videotape? From the security camera. The crime, my crime. The crime I swore to stamp out. It's there, it's me. It's on tape. And you waited until now to tell us this? I'm sorry. Really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it. No thanks. I have my own. Well, guess we'd better go check out that crime scene. Is there anything else we can show him just for laughs? Do I really want to blow out my voice? Yeah, just for laughs. Officer Meekins, this is for you. Eek! I'm scared of knives, sir. It's okay, I just wanted you... That's it, sir. Last night, sir. That's the one. I was an apple, sir. In my dream, sir, I was being peeled. On second thought, you don't have to look at the knife. He's overreacting to the knife, but I guess he's been through a lot. Okay, I know that the blue badger comes into this, so let's show him that. Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this? I'm sorry, sir, really sorry, but I have no idea what that is. Maybe you should ask Mr. Edgeworth, sir. He's passing the buck, Mr. Wright. It takes a special kind of man to pass the buck to Edgeworth. Okay, is there anything else that could conceivably be connected? Sure. Officer Meekins, this is for you. Oh, it's the same. I'm scared of knives, sir. It's okay, I just wanted... Okay, it's the same as the other knife. Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this? Sorry, sir. Really sorry, but I have no idea what that is. Maybe you should ask Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Yeah. We've been through this before. Okay, no, we don't want to look at that. Okay. I wish we could just go straight to the evidence room from here. Hey, Mr. Wright. Look who's standing at the Chief of Detectives' desk. It's Police Chief Gant. And you're sure this is all? You know what it means if there is anything missing.
Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat pockets, under his seat cushion, behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine.
I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away. Deal?
Yes, sir. We'll scour the place, sir. Again, sir.
The Chief of Detectives looks a little flustered. Righto, my boy. How you been? Swim much? Oh, Chief Gant. Reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? Is Edgeworth going to be okay? Oh, worthy? Oh, you know. They're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an inquisition. Nobody expects a police inquisition. Well, they had no end of trouble with the boy since last year. You mean the incident on Gourd Lake? It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right? Righto? Von Karma. Yes, we're reusing assets from previous cases. A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court, you fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence. Well, wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of a turmoil, you might say. Why, they'd do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy. What? It's downright odd, I tell ya. The detective getting killed on his own turf, too, I mean. They're being the prosecutors, I assume? Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says. What evidence is this? Now, righto. I can't give away all our secrets just like that. And this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive, and I can't talk about it. I wasn't expecting much anyway. You know, One thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets. Can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives trapped shut. Ah, he was the one you were picking on earlier. Huh? Oh, you saw that? Oh, whoops. I wonder what it was that he wanted the chief of detectives to do. Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. Sure. Ooh, sorry you had to see that. What exactly did the chief of police want you to do? Well, see over there, that's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here? Of course not. Well, except for this. What? You kept something? Sure, why not? It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. A lost item? Did Detective Gumshoe did Detective Goodman lose something? The date on it is February 21st. Better make a note of that just in case. Goodman's lost item report added to the court record. I should really get back to investigating the police department crime scene. Let's see if this guy reacts to anything first. I was wondering, could you take a look at this? Sorry, Righto. I'm through with that stuff. Though I say. Go find the guy who can't seem to sit still out there. The busy one. The guy who can't sit still. Does he mean Detective Gumshoe? Either him or the Dancing Blue Badger. Let's see, what else would he likely... The Blue Badger. Sure. I was wondering, could you take a look at this? Sorry, Righto. Okay, he's gonna just say the same thing. He's not gonna... Oh, let's show him the new piece of evidence. Take a look at this. Sorry, Righto. Oh, God. Oh, here we go. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Man. Already my voice is shot. I'm only like, what, 20 minutes into this? Well, I never thought the day would come when Righto asked me for help. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. Silly boy. Now, Righto. Actually, I'm sorry. I don't need to investigate after all. Righto, please. Do I look like a selfish man? Huh? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50, I'd give them $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. It just goes to show you never know until you ask. And for you here, you could borrow this. Hey! This is a detective's ID card, isn't it? Funny, I already have one. That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it. Yes, sir. It's an honor. You just run along now and do your best. Later, folks. It looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID. You seem happy. Yes, sir. Because, sir, we get to go into the evidence room now, sir. I think this place is a bad influence on the girl. Okay. Okay. guess we just move on. Oh no. Examine, I guess? The evidence room is beyond that door. And we have the ID card from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. It won't open. Aha! The card reader is turned off, see? What is that security guard thinking? Howdy, partners. Well, well, what's made my Bambina's skies so gray? Officer Marshall. Why does it have to be him? What's that? Why does it have to be him look for? As you may have surmised, this here's my saloon. We're here to investigate the crime scene. Yeehaw! That card you got there on your chest? That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeehaw? Well, what you standing there for? Get along, little dogies. The crime scene's a-waiting. Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you hombres. You're busy then? Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. Let's talk anyway. I was wondering if we could talk to you. Sorry, Bambina, but I'm off to roam the lands like a tumbleweed on the wide prairie. Like a gunslinger loading his six-shooter. I say a little prayer. Okay, he made the sound himself. What was that all about, Mr. Wright? I think he was just too hungry to talk. You're just saying that because his stomach was growling. Oh, right! You have no idea what he was talking about either. Well, in any case, we need to get cracking on this investigation pronto. No, that smell. Reminds me of Texas. Oh, so, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? Did I say that? No, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is that from my baby? Yeah, Miss Starr. What's this? What's wrong? A filet steak lunch. I see. I don't see. I wonder what it means. Steak lunch given to Officer Marshall. All right, Bambina. You win. Ask anything. Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk. I don't know if Phoenix meant to trail off there or not. Oh well. Okay. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right? You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us. Oh, that poor little doggy. Poor guy. I keep getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this, but since I got demoted from detective 2 years yonder, well, it might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know. So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? I was committing a murder. I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed Zippy. No, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy.
There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place.
You mean the security camera system?
I don't take to machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli that sneak in next to your steak, you know?
You know what? Maybe two of the machines in here. I know what maybe two of the machines in here do. Only two of them? There must be a dozen.
Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. The easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras.
Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned.
If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours.
And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes?
I reckon they might be.
You're the security guard and you reckon?
One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card.
Thus the card reader by the door.
The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through.
So this is the ID card record. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before.
Sorry, Bambina. I can't show you more than that.
Huh?
I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet.
Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before.
Maybe there's some way I can prove that record is tied to the stabbing. Okay, is it something I have in evidence? I don't know. Does that imply that Goodman was starting to write his own case, his own ID number down wrong? Let's take a look. There it is. Yeah, I suppose that does mean that. Like, he gets his own ID card wrong. Okay, let's... Oh, God. See, I did it again. You gotta, like, go to the present menu to open up an identical evidence menu just so you can present something. It's a redundancy that's ridiculous. The sheriffs back in the Wild West didn't place much faith in evidence. About the only thing they trusted was their shooting hand.
This is neither wild nor west here.
Aha! But that and this are two different things entirely.
I guess so. Huh. I'm lost. Looks like we need some evidence to get anywhere with this guy. Okay, what could it be? It could be this one.
The sheriff's back in the Wild West. Oh, Jesus. Come on. Let me in.
I can just go in, but he wants to see something.
Wasn't it? Ah, there we go. I knew there was another conversation to be had.
Miss Starr told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago.
It was, in fact, I told you that myself just a moment ago, but you did the conversations out of order. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire.
You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Starr, aren't you?
That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it.
What kind of case was it anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened.
There are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina.
Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days ago? The day of our case. That's right, the evidence transfers. Edgeworth was talking about the transfers too. Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transferal thing is about? We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They are kept here under the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? So what happened to the evidence after 2 years? What happens to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault at the county sheriff's department. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February. I see now. Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. You call the undertaker and oh, never mind. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever, dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. And that happened to SL9 2 days ago? Okay, now can we present? Sheriff back in a while. Oh, get out of here. See this? This is the victim's ID card. Oh, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot? The number on this is... Oh, I'm sorry, Phoenix. The number on this is 584-2189. Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again. Here it is. 54... Oh, look, the fourth number. It's a perfect match. It was used at 5:14, right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the whole world. So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. But wait, what did Officer Meekin say? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card, sir. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card? What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me, sir. If he had his ID card, then why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? All right, compadre. You win. I guess I can give you this ID card report. ID card report added to court record. I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with ID cards here. Okay, let's move along, little doggy. We gotta go to the evidence room. Evidence room, Sector 3. It's quiet. Too quiet. The investigation must be over here. So this is the evidence room. It really is kind of like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. Right. Eek! Whoa! Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So, is it true what I heard? Righto, please. Do I look like a selfish man? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50, I'd give them $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's desire. Knock yourself out. Is it true I can just borrow money from the chief of police? Yeah, it's true. So chief of police can't. Well, oh, he actually... That was a joke, and he actually said that we'll loan anyone $50, even me. Oh, so that's what you were talking about.
Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today.
Just for today? Boss for a day.
But guess what? They got permission from the chief.
But guess what? You got permission from the chief.
So now you're boss for a day. The guy playing this game should really learn how to read.
Gee, thanks.
First of all, you'll want to have this.
Scene of the stabbing of a detective at the PD. Evidence room floor plans added to court record. Okay, let's take a look at it. How very detailed. Alright. So, Detective Gumshoe, you're boss for the day?
That's right. It's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department.
But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings?
They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial.
In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation. Again.
I'm adamant, though. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal.
You have a locker in here, too, Detective Gumshoe?
Ha, of course. I am a detective, after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal.
Only you can open?
This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it.
Using their ID card?
Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost.
Why?
I'm on my third card since entering the force already.
That sounds like a lot.
Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand.
Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint?
Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. Oh, pizza rolls are done.
So the only locker we can open in here is our own? Funny, they look like normal lockers.
These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see?
The handles?
On the other side of the handles is a sensor. And if the wrong person touches it,
Zap! You get a shock.
If that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force who don't know about the fingerprint locks.
Evidence locker added to the court record.
I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens.
So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee now, right?
They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess-up in court today.
I see.
I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case.
That case?
Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth.
Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. Okay. I guess that's a cue.
You can't open the lockers if your fingerprint doesn't match. If you can open it,
They'll give you 50 cents? What? If you can open it, they'll give you 50 cents. Oh, if you can figure out how to open it without the right fingerprint. Okay. That's a pretty cheap reward for getting past the security. Note, the police department lacks faith in its lock system. Exactly.
after all, Detective Goodman was stabbed here after opening his locker. But at the same time, he was found dead over at the prosecutor's office. Allow me to say one thing, speaking as a detective. If I see a piece of evidence I know nothing about, I say nothing. Nothing.
It's the floor plan of this room. That's fine.
You bet it's fine, pal.
Okay. No. Let's see. Did you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing.
I heard the rumors. So it was Goodman who came in here at the... Whoa, whoa, whoa.
What is it?
That second number.
It's not your ID, is it, Detective Gumshoe?
Mr. Edgeworth.
What?
The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth.
What? ID record updated in the court record. Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room? Oh. Damn it. I know nothing about that.
Detective Goodman's note. And that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone.
Because of the SL9 connection?
That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared.
But why would evidence from that case turn up now?
I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case.
Okay, he doesn't know anything about the bloody... God damn it.
That's the photo that Miss Starr took.
Anything you could tell us about it?
That Miss Starr is quite the lady. Why, I remember it was winter. I was 16. She was the only one who ever got me to talk about what happened.
16? That's how old I am now. I wonder what happened. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe wore a trench coat in high school, too. He's not going to know anything about this. Allow me to say it. That's fine.
Detective Goodman's note. And the switchblade knife.
Oh, we already been through this. God damn it. Damn it. Let's ask about the Blue Badger.
This is my crowning achievement. My masterpiece, you might say. But art is always misunderstood, pal.
Art? He was dancing proudly on the...
Oh, he was dancing proudly on the day of the award ceremony. But there were a lot of people coming and going after the ceremony, so they took the Blue Badger away for a while.
Really? Why?
Oh, they said it was shameful or something like that. Shameful. I toiled night and day.
I sympathize with Detective Gumshoe, but I can see why they moved it. He's not gonna know anything about this. Let's try anyway.
Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Well, wait, I didn't mean... I mean, sure, of course, someone else really did it. Someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth.
Okay, so... I think that's everything. Now, well, let's see if there's any... Oh, there is, SL9.
Now, that was a bloody violent case.
Violent? So it was a murder?
A serial killing.
A serial killing? Toucan Son of Sam? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all.
But the killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him.
And this was 2 years ago?
That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight and started the rumor mill.
Rumors? About forged evidence?
It was supposed to be all cleared up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is.
Huh? What do you mean?
Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident.
So the switchblade knife, the evidence took the knife out of the evidence locker himself? Okay, let's have a look around. We're gonna have a look around and then I'm gonna break it. Because I need to get something to drink, rest my voice a little bit after doing Meekins and Detective Gumshoe. Those voices just kill me. But there's something sticking out of here. Looks like a shirt. I guess it must be evidence for some case. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here.
There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet that evidence locker was opened recently.
How do you know?
If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty and ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about some silly evidence?
Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot too. I bet he doesn't tuck in his shirt under that trench coat either.
If you're gonna talk behind someone's back, pal, don't do it right in front of them.
Wow, look at this big pile of junk in the corner. That looks like a car door. There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame. Maybe the guy they caught was some sort of escape artist and he got away. Hey, that's one of those human profiles for range testing. He's been shot square in the forehead. Maybe better him than us. Oh, and there's some Easter eggs here for prior cases and even future cases. Like we have the fishing pole, the metal detector, and then there's this box here which some sort of bulky equipment is gathering dust here. What a sorry looking fishing pole that is.
Ah, that's my personal pole. I never did get around to using it.
Wait, I've seen that somewhere before.
Right, pal. That's that metal detector. The one that led to the one that led to the solving of that case out on Gourd Lake, remember?
Oh, right. Wow. That feels like it was ages ago. And, I don't think I've seen this one before.
Oh, that's a bug sweeper. I'm sure it will come in handy in solving some case sooner or later.
Yeah, I think that's from the last case of Ace Attorney number 2. And it's here because this case was made after the first 3 games had already been completed. This was a DS exclusive episode. Previously, the 3 Ace Attorney games were on Game Boy Advance. Anyway, that's a cheap-looking box.
You can't judge a person or a machine by their cover. You gotta look at their heart.
Okie dokie. This place is stuffed with evidence, stuffed with dreams. I'm not so sure about the dreams. It won't open. Did you really think it would?
Hey, pal, our security is high-tech around here.
Okay. And again, there's something that's written there, but they didn't up-res it. Really strange. Whoa, 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 what have we here? I don't think we want to look at that yet, because I'm going to break it soon. Rather save it for later. Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces. Detective Gumshoe, perhaps?
There you go, pal. Making me out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from the case. The case.
The case?
The SL9 incident, pal. See the sticker on one of the pieces there?
Another piece of SL9 evidence. I wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever it was broke. You want to try to put it back together?
Ha! Good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Why, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up.
That's why I always carry around a tube of glue. Well, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place. Alright, So, we gotta put this together like a jigsaw puzzle. This is one of those things that is only doable on the Game Boy, or I'm sorry, on the DS version. Oh, wait. Nope. Come on! Stop that. There we go. Here we go. Yeah, I think one of my buttons is, one of my buttons is set to turbo. Let me see if I can fix that really quick. There, that's better. I don't know why that occurs. Let's see, that looks... No. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay. No. Yeah, that looks about right. There we go. Okay. That looks like it just plops right into place right there. Perfect. Okay. Oh. All right. This was not on the Game Boy Advance version. The Game Boy Advance, it could do some rudimentary 3D, but nothing on this level. That doesn't look like that fits. But that's definitely the top. Okay. And that just goes in there. And there's a piece missing. Huh? Well, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are missing.
Yeah, I got that for 2 minutes myself. The problem is finishing it.
Were some pieces stolen? I bet they were missing to begin with.
Still, it doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar.
I kind of understand how it got broken. Yeah, that's a stupid jar. Unstable jar added to the court record. Okay, we gotta examine a few more things, and then I'll take a break. Look, this one's open, and the red indicator light above the door is lit.
That locker is coated with Detective Goodman's fingerprint.
Detective Goodman's locker? Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that?
Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if it was closed. We'd have to sever his hand. It'd be kind of messy.
It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere. Also, you guys don't have a way of opening all the lockers with like a code or some sort of device? That's kind of odd. Gee, I wonder what this paint was used for. What is a saw and paint doing here?
Since the dawn of time, true art has always been a war against oppression.
true art? I noticed that there's blue and yellow paint here. Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the Blue Badger.
Well, you might say it is my studio.
Here, in the evidence room? Okay, I think that's everything. Oh, wait.
One more thing.
Oh, someone left a glove here, but only one. Detective Gumshoe, maybe?
There you go, pal. Making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. What do I look like, a defective detective to you? That's evidence from the case, you know.
You mean SL9? What the hell is it doing hanging off the crime scene tape? It does have a tag. Rubber glove added to the court record. Alright, well, you know what? Let's present some of the new stuff. See if it, yeah, I think I already showed that to him. Okay, so...
Allow me to say,
Oh, God. Putz. Oh, okay. Alright, well... Let's, save right here. And I'll see you guys very shortly.